Hello everyone and welcome back to our English class. I am Monica Iordake and
I'm Akshay Singh.
Today we're going to talk about places in town, a vocabulary topic for the 6th graders. Let's start. We are going to mention your previous homework assignment where we offered you an informal letter to a friend related to holiday places and activities.
And this is the letter. I hope all of you all have also written your letter, but this is an example. Letter to my friend, dear Mona, how are you? I want to tell you about my visit to Lahore. I traveled to Lahore with my family in my summer holidays. First, let me tell you about my flight. It was a comfortable flight. We reached Allama Iqbal Airport of Lahore at 10:30 in the morning. We stayed in Park Hotel near Ravi River. The first day was wonderful as we went to many interesting places. For example, Shahi Kila, Lahore Fort, Sheesh Mahal, Racecourse Park, the Tomb of Jahangir, Museum. The next day we went for shopping and I bought many dresses. My family liked the cold weather. We stayed there for 5 days. So, as you can see, I really enjoyed my visit to Lahore and I think I would like to get there again. How was your summer camp? Write to me about it. Waiting for your letter and regards to your family, your friend. Great.
That was our informal letter for you. Let's move on to our learning goals, which are
to be able to recognize and name a variety of buildings and places you can typically find in a town.
Primul obiectiv de învățare este acela de a recunoaște și de a numi o varietate de clădiri sau locuri pe care le găsim într-o aglomerație urbană.
To be able to produce short oral text in English.
Al doilea obiectiv de învățare este acela de a produce mesaje orale în limba engleză legate de orașe și locurile acestora.
To explain main features of their own towns and to participate actively in the class interaction.
Și nu în ultimul rând, veți învăța să participați interactiv la ora de astăzi. Let's move on and mention some important places. We can have an airport, which is a place you go when you want to travel by plane to another city or country. And in my opinion, it's mandatory to have an airport even in Galați. What do you think, Akshay?
That's true. An airport will be great for this town. It'll be good for people who want to travel, of course. It'll be more comfortable instead of traveling to Bucharest. And also it'll be good for business, I think.
Yeah, at least for the internal flights, not only for the external ones. Okay. Let's hope it will be finalized one day. Let's move on to the second place.
A square. This is an open area within a city in the shape of a square. It is usually the heart of the city.
The third place is the hotel. This is where you sleep when you visit another city.
A court. This is the place where they have trials and law cases. A judge works here.
The next one is a park. This is an area of public land in a city that contains an area of grass where you can rest, play or walk your dog. Sometimes children can play on swings, a slide or a climbing frame here.
And a bus station. This is the place where you go when you want to travel by bus to another city.
Moreover, we can have a gas station. This is the place you go to put petrol gas in your car.
And of course, a school. This is a place where children learn. You normally start school at the age of 5.
Our next place, a cinema. That is a place where you can see the latest movies here and many people eat popcorn while they're here.
A library. This is a place where you can read and borrow books.
All right, the next one, a supermarket. This is a large store that sells food, drinks, and household items.
And a church. This is a religious place of worship.
What else? We can have a bank. This is a place where you can deposit or withdraw, take out your money here. You can cash a check as well.
And of course, our favorite restaurant. This is the place where you come here when you don't want to cook at home. They prepare meals for you.
All right, we can have a museum. Here you can see many old objects and sometimes paintings.
A fire station. This is the building where firemen keep their equipment, including the fire engine.
Let's see what else. We can have a hospital. This is the place where you go here when you need an operation or someone is going to have a baby.
Other places in town, there's of course the bakery. You can buy fresh bread and cakes here.
The bookstore, a place where you can buy books and magazines.
The butchers, they sell fresh meat.
And coffee shops, you can buy a cup of coffee and cakes or sandwiches.
We also have a craft market, a place that sells typical products, normally handmade, of a region or a country.
We can have a department store, a large store that sells clothes, household appliances, etc. in sections.
And of course the gym, you can do exercises, weight training and keep fit here.
Or hairdressers, you go here when you want to cut your hair.
Then we have a gallery also. Sometimes you can see paintings and other works of art in the gallery.
We can have a laundromat, a place where you can wash your clothes in coin-operated machines.
I wish we had that out here.
Yeah.
And of course, a pub, a place where you can buy a beer or other types of alcoholic drinks.
Or a video store, you rent a movie or a DVD for a couple of days from this place. Now we're going to watch a video about places in town and revise the vocabulary that we discussed.
Our neighborhood. This is a school. I learn at school. This is a supermarket. I buy food at the supermarket. This is a police station. A police officer works at the police station. This is a shopping mall. I go shopping at the shopping mall. This is a hospital. I go to the hospital when I'm sick. This is a cafeteria. I eat with my friends at the cafeteria. This is a cinema. I watch movies at the cinema. This is a restaurant. I eat with my family at the restaurant. This is a playground. I play in the playground. This is an airport. I see planes at the airport. This is a toy shop. I buy toys at the toy shop. This is a fire station. A firefighter works at the fire station. This is a garden. I smell the flowers in the garden. Goodbye!
Let's see some other places in a city. What else we can find?
Let's have a look at this. We also have a car park that's British. In America, they call it a parking lot. This is a place where you can leave your car for a period of time.
We can also find a pet shop or pet store, a place where you can buy pets and pet supplies, such as pet food.
And again, a pharmacy in British, but a drugstore in America, a place where you can buy medicine and other health items. This can also be called a chemist.
Yes, of course. We can have a playground, an outdoor area where children can play on swings, a slide, or other equipment.
And the most important, the police station, the place where police officers work. You are taken here if you are arrested.
We can have prison as well, a building where people are sent as punishment for a crime they committed.
A prison and a post office, a place where people can buy stamps and mail letters or parcels.
We can have restaurants, of course, places where meals are prepared and served to customers.
The school, as we said, a place where teachers help children learn.
We have shopping centers, large buildings that have many stores and usually a food court too.
And a stadium. Do you have a stadium where you stay? A place where sports are played, you watch your favorite team play here.
We can have also underground station for the native ones, British, or subway station for the Americans, a place where the subway train stops for passengers.
And again, the supermarket, a self-service store where people buy groceries such as food or household products.
Or we can have zoos, a place where you can see animals and birds from around the world. Now let's move on to the practice part. For the first activity, we have to choose the best place from the list below.
Okay, students, let's see if you can do this. Remember, Mike hasn't got any food for his dog. Obviously, he is in the pet shop. Kelly is sleeping in a nice bed. Where could she be? Of course,
In the hotel. Next one, Harry is buying a magazine from the newsagents.
Mrs. Harris is walking with her dog. It should be a park.
Laura is sending a present to her friend in France.
The post office.
All right, Martin is playing basketball.
The sports center. Mr. and Mrs. Cole are eating Chinese food. They must be in a restaurant.
Fiona is buying some bread and six cakes.
At the bakery, David is reading about the history of his town.
And this is in a library. And Dino is buying a CD for his sister.
In a record store.
All right, let's move on to our second activity, where we should mention if the sentences are true or false. Let's start with the first one. Melissa is in the park. She's buying a computer. So in the park you can't buy a computer. It is a false sentence.
Similarly, Simon is in the library. He's reading an exciting book. It has to be true.
Devon is in the cafe. He's playing basketball. It's a false statement.
Tasha is at the sports center. She's buying some magazines. She can't do that at the sports center. It's false.
Devinder is drinking a milkshake. He's at the post office. It's of course a false statement.
Jamie is at the pet shop. He's buying some dog food. Of course, true.
Justin is at the newsagents. He's buying some bananas. It's a false statement.
Helga loves playing in the water. She's at the swimming pool. True.
Ken is at the bus stop. He's waiting for a train. It's false.
And Belinda is at the post office. She's buying some stamps, which is true.
All right, let's move on to the next activity. Here we have to complete with the 3 words below. Okay, let's start with the first dialogue. And the first answer is, excuse me, where is the Barclay Hotel?
It's on Robson Street.
Where on Robson?
It's between the library and the park.
Of course, let's see for the second one. Excuse me, where I can find a bookstore?
There's one across the street.
Over there.
Yeah, next to that coffee shop.
And the third one, I really need to get some exercise.
Yeah, why don't you go to a gym?
Good idea. Is there one near here?
No, but there is one on the corner of Maple Street and 2nd Avenue.
Let's go then. Okay, our next activity, we have to complete these names of places. So for the first one, we have
A swimming pool,
the second one,
the train station, the computer shop,
the fourth one, car park. We have sports center,
the bus stop, the post office,
and fast food place. All right, for the next activity, we have to find the right places for these activities in the first column. So where we can get money, of course, at the bank.
where can you park your car? In the car park, of course.
When can we borrow a book? Library.
And where do children study? In the school, obviously.
Where we post a letter? The right answer is post office.
We exercise in the park.
We can see a dentist in a hospital, but not really, but sometimes maybe yes.
Maybe yes, and of course, adults study in a university.
All right, and for our last activity, we are going to talk about important aspects of places in town and urban environment. So what aspects of life in the city would you complain about, Akshay?
Well, Monica, the countryside can be very peaceful. Of course, there's no pollution there, it's quiet out there. One thing I would complain about living in the cities is that there is some pollution, and also there could be traffic sometimes, so that could be a problem. And Monica, what are some of the advantages of living in a city?
I think that living in a city offers us a lot of opportunities in terms of our professional, economic, and leisure activities, of course.
Of course. And it's time for some practice from your part now. We have seen a few phrases, we have seen some new vocabulary about places in town. Try to remember them, try to use them, and try to write a short paragraph to describe 2 of your favorite places in your town or city. Include information such as why you like these places and how often you go there.
This is your homework assignment. So that was all for today, students. Thank you for watching and take care of yourselves. We hope that this COVID-19 crisis will be done. Stay safe and thank you.
Take care, have a good time.